I'm Patricia Marks, and I want to talk about my faith journey as it relates to the Eucharist. The Eucharist has always been at the center of my faith journey. There was a period of time when I did not go to church. It was particularly related to the fact that women were treated in a very different way in the context of the Catholic Church. But what kept drawing me back is the Eucharist. Through my career as a criminal court judge, working with people who were experiencing very serious trauma and the way they came through that experience, I particularly remember reacting to a woman whose son was murdered. And when she appeared at sentence, she asked for mercy for the person who murdered. Such a warm sense of forgiveness that's all part of our faith and part of the Eucharist. I think Eucharist is really faith in action. It's not passive. It's not the mere receiving. It's the grace you receive with the Eucharist and what you do with that grace. And I have tried through my life to emulate that. Of course, the experiences in the criminal justice system. I was both an ordinary trial judge and a treatment court judge. And the people who appeared before me truly seeking redemption. To me, that was a type of Eucharist in action. People coming to the court, we could offer mercy if they sought treatment and changed the way they lived. And that's been an extraordinarily rich experience for me. And reinforcing in the Eucharist in that many of the people who went through those courts have been in touch with me to let me know how much better their lives are. It's the person I meet on the street outside of church who asks for money but also tells me about his life. And I saw him this past Sunday, and he told me he'd been in New York and he cleaned up and his mental illness was under control. And we shared that joy and embrace that, again, was the Eucharist in action, providing grace to me. Probably the strongest experience, the one that got me to fully embrace Eucharist in the church, was during a retreat, Ignatian retreat on the 19th Annotation. And I was reading the section where Jesus invites the apostles to follow. And I was talking with my spiritual director, and I said, I was going through and doing imaginative prayer with that portion of the gospel, and I really wanted to know why he didn't ask any women to go with him. And she said, well, do it again and ask him. So I went through the process and through imaginative prayer asked Jesus why it was women weren't asked. And in that experience, he looked at me and said, come follow me. And to me, that lifted the burdens and the barriers, because it wasn't about the organized church and diocesan rules. It was about following Jesus and following the Eucharist and being enriched by it.